Call us dangerous. Ain't too many can play with us. See what this game here taking us. No barber, ain't no fading us. I ain't really saying much. Actions be louder than words, man. I just wanna be heard. For your mom to your pop to the beat to the birds, man. Cut right off on the curve like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my home team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like yeah. In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like what? In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like what? Whole squad like yeah. In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like yeah. In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. You don't want problems. You don't want smoke. You don't want problems.
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Set up. 10-2 stop.
Come on, QB, come on.
Smooth.
24 is the mark. Check. 24 is the mark.
Get it.
Throwing on first down. Riggs. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
On the set.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Right.
Looking to throw. Riggs. He's going to air one out. That's going to be caught. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 90 Wolf.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to turn you up. Don't get nervous.
6-6. Pull it high.
Wide. Get wide.
Hit it.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
Normally when you see a short gain in the middle of a 3-4 defense, go ahead and pat the nose tackle on the back because he's holding things up and taking on extra blockers, which allows one of the inside linebackers to roam free and make the tackle.
70.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Out. Check. Fresno.
2nd and 9 now. And he's got the hook up to Moore. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Meanwhile, here, a run on first down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 6 there on the first down play. And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh.
All day, just like that. Just like that. Check. Crouch. Crouch.
Hey, Charlie.
Check 4. Alert 3. Alert 3. Alert 3.
Second and long. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case,
well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They'll get 34 yards there.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. The extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready?
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now he's going to throw it back deep over the... Oh, wide open, complete. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7.
14. Jaguars 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll try the left side. Huber. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
On first down, it's Evans. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
61, matchbox lights.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Here we go, set. 10-2 soft.
You better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
Go.
On 3rd down, a drop to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He'll return it from the 6. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Riggs. Complete. Smith has it. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Riggs. He goes full extension, and he's got it. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it.
Got it.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Looking to throw. Riggs. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. As his guys are in for 6 as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. No problem there on the extra point. And it's now 21-7. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Kill. Switch.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And his throw is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Ready to break.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mike 5'9", You're not ready.
Back to throw here. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 45. Then the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Greystone, Travis. Get it.
Throwing to start the drive. Riggs looking middle, and that's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Here we go. 8-3.
Set a tone.
Alpha. Snap.
On 1st and 10, Riggs. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
At the 20-yard line.
Ready? 18 Gator.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
You ready?
57, Mike 57.
I'm coming for you, Mike.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
The penalty helps a bit, but still 8 yards to go on 3rd down for this offense.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds to Mike. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we go. 57's to Mike. Watch 57. Watch the run.
Yes, yes. Let's go.
From the gun, Riggs. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10, and he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game.
Mike's 59.
Ready, ready.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Miles Jack with a sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
Begin.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. No.
Be careful, be careful.
Now back to throw. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over.
Ready, ready.
50, Mike's 50.
Hey.
Check. Mike 50. Let's go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
57. Mike 57. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
5.
Back to throw. Riggs. Stepping up. He'll try and run. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Here we go. 90, Wolf. Look at me. Zipper.
Hey, Mike's 50. Mike's 50. I'm coming.
Bravo.
Hey, we got Mike 50, Mike 50, huh?
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Hey, orbit.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
2nd and 3. He's got it to Ingram, complete. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate. And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Hey, exit.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. You. Mike's 57. 57's Mike. Here we go.
57's the Mike.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
We own them.
57's the Mike. Watch 57.
Hey, D-line.
Get it.
Here's 2nd and 8. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll come out in the pistol. They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1. After all that, he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. And the 13-year man puts it through, and that'll push the lead up to 17. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. So it's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Hey, high 7.
Mike's 59. Mike's 50.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. Sheds off the tackle. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check pass.
Hey, Zoo.
57. Mike, 57. I'm coming after you. 57's Mike. Mike 57. Watch the out.
Ready.
Operating from the gun, Riggs. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off inside the 10. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Time here for likely 1 play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Oh, refusing to go down. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long. Back to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter.
Hey, Echo.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
Yep.
57's the mic. 57's the mic. Check tight, check tight, check tight.
So that'll back him up 5.
Down. Man. 18 Gator.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3. He's checking.
Hey, wahoo. Go.
To throw on second down. Riggs. He's going to go for a big play downfield. That's caught at the 25. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 56 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. From 17 yards out as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10.
Move. 4 down. Check.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Check. Mike 5'9". Watch the slant. Orbit. Mike, check. 59.
I smell fear.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Fielded just inside the 20. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
On first down, Riggs. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen, his 2nd sack of the night.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Hard.
Check 13. Check.
Yes. Be careful.
Looking to throw. Riggs. He's going to air one out. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 56 yards.
First down, Buccaneers.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll run on first down. Armstrong. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Ready. 70, Indy.
Hey, check 24. Check 24.
Hey, Charlie.
24 is the mic.
Stay with your man.
24 is the mic.
Watch the run.
24 is the mic. Drop deep.
Looking to throw on second down. Riggs. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. From 19 yards away, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by one more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. He'll look to throw. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Back now in Jacksonville. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
Crunch time, defense.
Back to throw. Riggs. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now, because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
He's got to figure something out, because the current formula is not working. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. He was trying to go back to Moore there, but it's going to be 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down. Looking to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. From 21 yards away. And the Jaguars get a score closer. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead's down to 24. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Take over 1st and 10. at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think they might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he trotted out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Hey.
Looking to throw. Riggs. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Fourth quarter, you got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Bravo!
50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds.
Look at me. Zipper. Fire.
Throwing it on 3rd and long. Riggs. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's more on the return. Great coverage there. Holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Tighten up.
He'll drop to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 48, and his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
Now.
Throwing on 1st down. Riggs. He's got Smith here. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. And this one complete to Smith. A gain there of 21 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let him know.
To throw again. Riggs. comes back with one complete.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
The Bucs on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5.
Hey, exit.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Convert.
Beat them.
Again, he'll drop to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
57's right. Watch the run.
Back to throw. Riggs. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Josh Allen bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Bang, 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 bang. Shit.
Hey, high 7. 5.
From the gun. Riggs. And it's caught. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And his kick here is good. And that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is fielded at the goal line. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Over the middle, complete. It's Fleming. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Watch the run. Kill.
Hey, turn it up.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
Now a handoff here to his running back. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
30 base.
They're going to look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 30. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football.
Ready?
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And a throw right sideline is complete. That one good for 26 and a first down. Now he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
Looking to throw. Riggs. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Set. 10-2 stop.
50. Watch the curl. Watch the curls.
Hey, Zoo.
Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, what's the ball? Check 50. Check 50.
Throwing, Young. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
I'm here all day.
Wide. Get wide. Back.
Check.
Third and long for Young. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack.
Well, these guys want to do something positive as this game approaches its end, but after giving up back-to-back sacks, it's really been more indicative of how the game has gone for them.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Terry. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points